What's going on, guys? We're here gonna do our E3 video. So, as you know, I got Ace here, PS3 Master 19. So, like I said, next week we're gonna be doing live reactions. So we're gonna be recording the press conferences like we used to, doing live reactions. So we're gonna do Microsoft's on Sunday, Sony's on Monday, and Nintendo's on Tuesday. And then we're gonna do post-reaction videos for all of them as well. So, yeah. This is basically our like thoughts and like predictions and what we want out of E3 and stuff.
Right.
So
what we all want to see, what we don't want to see.
No. So I guess like then there are other stuff. Like I know EA has their own thing.
Right.
And who else? I think Bethesda usually does
Ubisoft.
Yeah, there's Ubisoft, Ubisoft, yeah, Just Dance. But and then I know there's a PC one, which I'm not a PC gamer, so I don't really care. But yeah, the main three is Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo. Nintendo, of course, has a half-hour spotlight, which will be mainly Switch games. It's gonna be like their Direct in the past, and then there's gonna be Treehouse all day that day with Switch and 3DS games. There's going to be newly announced Switch, probably newly announced 3DS games, because they did say that there's going to be surprises. And I know last year they announced 2 3DS games at their Treehouse Live, which was Ever Oasis and Mario Party Star Rush. So there's a good chance we'll get some stuff for both systems and get a wide array of stuff. Plus we're going to get stuff like Mario Odyssey and things like that. Hopefully more on Xenoblade 2 and Fire Emblem Warriors. So yeah, Microsoft is first though on Sunday, which...
Scorpio, woo, teraflop, woo.
But it's 6 teraflops. 6 teraflops.
Whoop-de-doo. Where's the games?
I know, that's basically where I'm at. Microsoft, I'm going to watch just to watch it. Maybe they'll surprise me. I'm always open to it. But Microsoft kind of like killed it for me when they
canceled
Scalebound. Yes, yeah. And I don't know. And all the Scorpio is it's not even a new system. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be at the PS4 Pro. It's gonna be like, so same thing as Xbox One, but you need exclusive games, man, and exclusive games outside of Halo, Gears, and Forza.
Yeah.
Like we need, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they could do. Like I said, I'm hoping for something good. I just want games, good exclusive games out of them. Maybe they can revive Scalebound. As long as they keep Platinum as the developer, maybe they did keep the trademark for it. I'd be open for it. Maybe they can get something else going. Like maybe they can actually make a actual true successor to Banjo-Kazooie with Rare. Not nuts and bolts, and make an actual like Banjo 3.
Right.
I would. That'd be amazing. Maybe they could do a sequel to Sunset Overdrive or something. I mean, I doubt that because I know the developer is busy with Spider-Man and stuff, but still, it's just like I don't know. Maybe they could pull some surprises. I don't know. I just don't know what to expect out of Microsoft new one. I mean, I know they got like let's look at the games coming out. So they got Crackdown 3, I think, right?
Right.
And I don't remember what else they actually have.
Did they have their Gears game come already?
Yeah, Gears 4.
Yeah.
I think that came out last year. Gears 4, and then I think they have. They're probably gonna have a new Forza game. They always have Forza.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. There's not, there's not much. There's just not. I can't even think of anything with Microsoft. So I don't know what I'm expecting. We're gonna go into it, just watch it, and be like, it's Microsoft. It's Microsoft. A lot of the games are probably gonna be multi-platform games. They're probably gonna show off Call of Duty. They're probably,
Would that be at Sony's because Sony has more stuff for Call of Duty now?
Yeah, but I don't know. I could see them still having it at Microsoft's, or they might. They might have some other shooter there. I don't know. I don't know about Microsoft anymore. I just don't. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Or maybe they could pull something out of their ass like, hey, remember how I took away the local co-op in Halo 5? Here it is as a free update.
Well, they already said Halo 6 is going to have local multiplayer because they said they're going to correct that. But I think they said something about Halo 6 is not going to be at E3, or the next Halo is not going to be that. I don't know if they called it Halo 6, but I think 343 said it's not going to be E3. But who knows? Companies have said stuff before, and like Square Enix a couple of E3s ago, they said Kingdom Hearts 3 would not be at E3, and then it was. So I don't know. But so Yeah, Microsoft. I don't know what to expect. Sony.
Sony, ooh.
Sony. I don't. Here's the thing about Sony. They're going back to just games like they did last year, which I thought was a great format. The year before that was half of it was like a snore fest. The past like couple of years for that because because it was like 2.5 hours of them talking about again. Microsoft and Sony for a couple of years, they like to do this thing. They talk about the TV and the multimedia features. And I remember one year they were hyping up the PlayStation TV, and then there's the PSVR and all that stuff. Right. And it's just like, cut the chase, get to the point. Last year I think they capped it off at maybe a little over an hour, if that. And it was just game. Last year's E3 was
off with Gears of War.
God
of War.
Yeah, God of War. Yeah, God of War, the new God of War, and then they ended it. What did they end it with? I think it was it? No, it wasn't. They ended it with. Was it Last Guardian? No, they ended it with Last Guardian. I forgot what they ended it with, but they had God of War. They had Last Guardian. They had
the teaser of Spider-Man.
Yeah, the teaser for Spider-Man. Yep, they had a lot of stuff. They already confirmed God of War is going to be E3 and Spider-Man is going to be E3. Those are two big games I really want to see. Spider-Man, they said it's going to launch this year, but we know next to nothing about it. We've seen some little teaser trailers.
Yeah.
We haven't seen straight actual gameplay outside of, like I said, the couple second teaser trailers. So I want to see more about the game. I want to know about it, especially if it's come out this year. I hope it doesn't get delayed because I would really like the game to come out this year. There's a lot of games that Sony has that they have a habit previous years of announcing games and they're still like 2 years out. Like God of War, I doubt that's going to come out this year. God of War's not coming out this year. God of War is going to come out next year.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it'll be out like next spring, like before next E3.
Right.
But Spider-Man has to come out this year. You gotta have Spider-Man this year. You gotta have at least have Knack 2 this year. I'm hoping we see more of Knack 2.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
We'll probably get one last hurrah trailer for Crash to hype up Crash.
I just hope they don't spend too much time on it. Because we know Crash is coming. Like, it's going to be awesome, but that's my thing. Like, it's kind of like with Nintendo. I hope Nintendo doesn't spend a lot of time. I hope they don't spend any time, really, on Splatoon 2 or ARMS, because we know...
That's why they does the Direct.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm hoping Sony does the same thing, where it's like, Crash, if they want to mention it for, like, a quick second, have a quick, like, teaser trailer, cool, go for it. But, like, let's not spend more than, like, 2 minutes on it. Like, it's just... We got to get through other games. We know Crash is coming.
Gran Turismo Sport? I want that.
Gran Turismo Sport, yes, because that game has been getting pushed back and back and back. It needs to come out. It needs to come out.
Yeah.
It just needs to.
It's not his cup of tea, but he respects it. It's my cup of tea. So me and my dad play Gran Turismo all the time. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 prologue. We got 4 itself. We got 5 prologue. Did 5 have prologue? I don't remember. Yes, it did. And we got 5, and we got 6. 6 was 5 was awesome. I hope Sport is awesome. What am I seeing? Looks good.
Just maybe once they get finished with Sport, maybe they can finally move on and make a 7.
Well, it's supposed to be a 7. So it's supposed to be like a 7. Like
no, they said it was its own thing. They said
its own thing.
Yeah, that's what they had said a long time ago. Unless they changed their mind on, I don't know. Really don't know, but I'd like to see more return to some older games. That's something I'd like to see. Like, because like how they remastered like the Parappa, they're bringing back Crash. I'd like to see some older games. As long as nothing like what a lot of people want them to, which I at this point I do believe it's more of a when and not an if. So I do think it's coming, but I don't think it's going to be E3. But what a lot of people want is a Spyro remaster. Right. And I do think that's coming, but you got to think Crash does have a huge fan base, but there's like a lot of people I talk to, a lot of people I always see, they remember Spyro just a bit more fondly. And if there's people who are going to pick and choose, they're going to pick Spyro or Crash. If you announce Spyro just weeks before Crash comes out, that's going to take away some potential sales from Crash. People are like, oh, I'll just wait for Spyro. So I don't think, because I think all the hype right now, they're going to want to keep the spotlight when it comes to the PlayStation 1 remasters. They're going to keep the spotlight on Crash. And I think, like I said, I do think Spyro is more of a when and not an if. Yeah. I do believe it's coming. But I think it's going to be PlayStation Experience. I don't think it's going to be E3. But still, I want to see them do more with some more like classic titles, like you said.
Ape Escape.
Yeah, like they can make it. They easily port some of the Ape Escapes, and I mean actual collections. Like I would like to see a remastered version, like Parappa or Crash, not some like dinky PS2, port with the trophy added. No, I want some actual actual remasters, like of some old games, like that'd be sweet. Or you know, like I said, give it the Crash treatment. I would like that. That'd be sweet. We already know the big game is going to be at E3 though. Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm excited to see more of it, but I'm not as excited. I wasn't.
I haven't even beat the first one yet.
Neither have I. I like the game. I don't love the game. It's just going off of Uncharted. I know a lot of people think differently. Me personally, I wasn't attached to Last of Us like a lot of other people were. I'm not knocking the game. I'm not saying
it's
I'm
not
not.
a bad game.
It's just I mean, yeah, I can't get into it as much as other people can. So the part 2. I'm interested to see more of it, but it's not like, and I'm not hankering for it like I am God of War or Spider-Man or something like that. But yeah, so they did say there's going to be a big Japanese presence, so I'm expecting Ni no Kuni 2, and I'm expecting just some more Japanese games, like some more Japanese RPGs. They already said, Square Enix already said, we're not going to get like Kingdom Hearts 3D 3 or anything like that, but they said that in previous years, but still, the fact that they just recently said it's going to be 3 years till we get the game, which I don't know. I mean, at this point, whatever. I'm such a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and like every day that dies a little bit more. I die a little bit more inside. My love for Kingdom Hearts just dies a little bit more each day because Square Enix, the way they've treated the series lately. I just want Kingdom Hearts 3. But yeah, I don't know what surprises they could do. There a couple rumors I've seen. A lot of people are saying, like, there's rumors going around for a Vita successor. And I don't know how I feel about that. A lot of people think it'll just be a handheld. Some people might think they might pull like their own version of the Switch. Personally, I don't think it's necessary at this time. I mean, what do you think about that? If they came on stage and said, "Here's PlayStation Portable 3 or whatnot, or PS Vita 2, or here's the next handheld," like, what would you think about that?
I would think that's such a middle finger to Nintendo.
Well, no, I mean, I don't mind them doing another handheld. I mean, it's just if they
if they market it right, like they didn't market the Vita very well.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like
they said the Vita was this next big thing, but it was how they had support for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think the 2 biggest games for Vita was Uncharted Golden Abyss and Gravity Rush.
Those 2, Killzone was on there.
Yeah.
Killzone, I think, what was it, Falling Skies or something, something like that. Because Killzone, Shadowfall was the PS4 one. I think Falling Skies, I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I'm not a Killzone fan, so I'm not exactly sure. But yeah,
It's pretty much the Vita at this point. It's a Japanese like Monster Hunter and
it's a Japanese system with indies and stuff. That's pretty much all it is. It's just because
I actually do want one, but I want to Switch first. Put it that way.
Yeah, I own a Vita, and I turn it on once every couple months. Like, literally. Like, there's not enough. I do like the type of games, but I do need more variety in my game systems, and it's just, there's not a whole lot there. And so, I know the PSP, they actually did do a better job as far as supporting the PSP, and if they return to that level of support for a handheld, while still keeping good support for the PS4 going, I'd be fine with it. I'd be perfectly fine with it. I just have to see it. As far as a Switch type of copycat thing, like you see that mock image going around of like, you have like a tablet with like half of a DualShock here, you have to, like how the Joy-Cons, that's bullcrap. I'm sorry, that's bullcrap. It's just, especially when Sony's executive just recently said how he sees Nintendo and Sony side by side, both of them in the living room. To say that and then at E3 say, oh, here's our version of the Switch, it's like, that's so two-faced, and it's just like, in my opinion, I don't think there's room for 2 hybrids. There's room for more handhelds and more consoles, but there's not room for 2 hybrids.
Right.
No one's going to actually want to have a PlayStation Switch and a Nintendo Switch in their living room.
Right.
And it's just, and again, you're going to have all these fanboys who claim the Switch is dumb, it's a dumb idea, it's a gimmick, blah, blah, blah. And once PlayStation does it, they'll be like, oh yeah, I gotta get that, it's amazing.
Right.
You know, because they did that with the Move, you know, they did that with other stuff, you know, it's just, you know, so we'll definitely see that if they go that route. I'm hoping they don't go that route. I'm hoping it's just games. I don't want any new hardware. Just games. They already did the Slim, they did the Pro, they got their VR out there. Vita is still existing, so it's like, we don't need any other hardware. The big games I want to see, though, like I said, Spider-Man, God of War, Knack 2. I want to see some more return for some of the classic games, and then I also want to see the Japanese content they're talking about. Maybe some decent indies here. You know, who knows? There's a lot of stuff we can see. Oh, one before I leave off of Sony, one more rumor I've also seen.
The PlayStation All Stars.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been seeing people talk about a PlayStation All Stars sequel or reboot or what have you.
I can see that happening. Maybe,
I could too. I could and I can't. The first game did terrible. It only sold like 1 million. They shut down Superbot. I know the DLC sales were poor. They weren't satisfied with the game. I got the game. I have it on my Vita and my PS3. I love the game. I do. It was a good first attempt.
Yeah.
But it does need some issues. It does have some issues that need to be ironed out. It needs
more content.
Yeah, more content, more depth, a better balanced roster.
Yeah.
Get some of the third parties out of there that don't really belong. Get some of the more, like, there's no reason why we can't have Crash in there at this point. Yeah, exactly. So it's just, yeah, you know, I'd be down for it if, like I said, if they ironed out some of the issues, I'd be down for it. It'd be a cool thing to have. And like, again, I know there's a lot of people saying, oh, what about Smash Brothers? And I play both, so I mean, I don't really care, but yeah, so I don't know. I think Sony is going to have a couple surprises, and I like I said, I can't wait to see Spider-Man. Spider-Man is probably I say Spider-Man, probably my biggest anticipated. What would really top that though is if they actually did get Square Enix to come out on stage and announce Dragon Quest XI for Western, because we know it's going to come to the West at some point. We just don't know when. But if they actually showed off Dragon Quest XI in the West finally, even though it's a PS4 version, I'd rather have the Switch version, but still, any version of it that we get over here, I'll take, because Dragon Quest is a rare commodity here in the West.
Yeah.
I will take any version, so it's like, if they came out on stage and said, here's Dragon Quest XI, I'd be like, gimme. It's like, so I'd love that. So, I don't know, anything else you want to see from Sony?
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Besides, I want to see more of the classics come back, like how they brought back bringing back Crash. Gran Turismo, I said. Knack 2. Maybe possibly another. I don't. This is Jack and Daxter somehow. I don't know.
That'd be cool if they made a follow up to Jack and Daxter, or even see what I would love,
or a spiritual successor.
Yeah, what I would love is a follow up to Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get those. It'd be amazing. I don't think we're gonna get them. Maybe because they are doing the Jack and Daxter PS2 ports on the PSN, so maybe, you never know. So I think it's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Nintendo's on Tuesday. Nintendo, all eyes are on them. Brand new system out, the Switch, and they already got a huge lineup, and it's like, how are they gonna make that lineup bigger? Like literally. In March, you launched with Zelda, 1-2 Switch, Super Bomberman R. Other games came out, like, Binding of Isaac and so on and so forth. April, you had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Right.
May was also Street Fighter 2.
Right.
Next week, you have ARMS. July, you have Splatoon 2. And September, you have Pokken Tournament DX. And then we know that sometime before the end of this year, we're supposed to be getting Fire Emblem Warriors, Xenoblade 2, and Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey, let's be real here, it's going to be in November. It's their big game for the holiday.
Yeah.
And they say holiday, but it's always November. So, since we got Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon launching on November 17th, which is the Friday before Black Friday, I believe.
Right.
I think Mario Odyssey is going to be on November 10th, the Friday before that. I don't think they're going to launch at the same time, but you never know. It could be the 17th as well, because...
Didn't one of your Pokemon and Smash launch at the same time?
Yeah, Pokemon and Smash launched at the same time. You also had, I want to say it was it Mario 3D World and A Link Between Worlds launched the same day, I want to say.
So, yeah.
Something like that. So, yeah, so it's happened before, but for some reason I see November 10th happening. There's that rumored Mario and Rabbids game. What do you think about that?
Just what?
I know, I don't...
The badass Princess Peach, like they said badass in the image, we saw if it was real or not, I don't know. Mario with the gun, hashtag selfie Peach Rabbit. What?
Dabbing Donkey Kong. When
Donkey
Donkey Kong beats a boss, he dabs. Like, what? I'm down for it. We got to see what's we got to see how it plays. It's supposed to be an RPG, so similar to Fire Emblem, they said. So definitely see
all the
more
things
of
are
that.
crossover. You know, it's like
I know it's weird, it's strange. So, but I'm down for it. I think what my prediction is, I think they're gonna announce that it's gonna be August. I think they're gonna have Fire Emblem Warriors for October.
Right.
November is gonna be Mario Odyssey, and if Xenoblade 2 does not get pushed back to 2018, which I still have a feeling it's going to, but if it doesn't, it's gonna be December. And I think they're gonna have a couple other small surprises. Retro has to show off their new game. They've been working on this new game for a couple of years now. They haven't shown it off. We have to know what Retro's game is. Is it Metroid Prime 4? Is it the next Donkey Kong? Or is it a new IP? We don't know. There's been hintings that it could be Prime. They posted a Twitter thing of a Prime steak a while back. They were like, "What?" Someone asked, "What are you cooking up?" "Oh, we're cooking up something very Prime." And it's just like, okay, are you guys? What's going on here? So I wouldn't mind any of it. I love Retro Studios. If you're gonna ask me, what would I choose to have? I know this is gonna baffle some people, but I would actually choose to have a third Donkey Kong game overall.
And bring back the freaking Gremlings.
Yeah. So bring back the Kremlings.
Because the first one we had the Tikis.
Yeah.
The second one we had the Vikings.
I didn't mind the Vikings though.
I didn't mind the Vikings either.
But yeah, you bring back the Kremlings. Yeah, that's what I would choose. But I'll still take a Metroid Prime 4 or a new IP either way, because Metroid Prime, awesome. A new IP, I'm pretty sure Retro can handle it. You know, because they haven't really made a new IP. They've always been doing other Nintendo series. So yeah.
There's a new Wave Race.
Yeah, I would love. Yeah, I love Mario Kart. I do, but since it's obviously going to be a while before we get Mario Kart 9, I think they should fill the gap with F-Zero or Wave Race or Excite Bikes or something, just something. You know, since they already announced the Switch Online service, I don't think they're going to spend too much time on that. I think they're going to talk more about the first the first big firmware update, and I think they're going to talk about Virtual Console. A lot of people are wondering where that's at. I am too, to a lesser extent. It doesn't concern me as much as some other people, but I would like to see the Virtual Console come back in a big way. Probably bigger than it was on Wii U and 3DS.
Right.
I like to see them get game after game after game every week, more like the Wii was. So, but yeah, it'd be cool to have a lot of old school N64 and Super Nintendo, maybe even GameCube games to have portable and on the TV. So that'd be cool. But yeah, so I don't really know what else. I mean, there's.
Okay, let me ask you this: when the Wii launched, how long was it until Mario Party 8 was launched, or was it?
Wasn't that? It was like 2007 or 8. So it wasn't that long. So they could announce a Mario Party, but I don't know.
Mario Party 11.
I kind of want to see a Kirby game, because I'm pretty sure the Kirby game on 3DS is going to be shown off, the one they talked about, the big multiplayer one.
Right.
But I want to see a Kirby game on Switch for the anniversary.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to see. I'd like to see a big Kirby game. So.
Kirby Air Ride 2. It's something like me and a friend don't want, but it'd be cool.
Yeah, but I just want a big new Kirby game for the Switch for its anniversary. I think that'd be sweet.
Luigi's Mansion for the Switch.
Oh, that would be cool. But there's a lot of stuff that I don't think is necessarily going to happen. I don't think we're going to see Smash Bros. I don't think we're going to see Pokemon Stars. You know, I don't think we're going to see that. But yeah, so I think Nintendo's going to be good. I think Sony's going to be good. I think Microsoft is going to be Microsoft.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anything else you want to speculate, talk about? So.
I can think of. I think.
Nothing. I mean, we pretty much talked about the series that we know what's going to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's
pretty much
it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments below. What do you guys hope to see out of E3? And thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, tune in next week. We'll be doing live reactions and post reactions. So
should be fun.
Yes. So I'll catch you there.